SMT Nation, we back. Nation, big news out of Verizon. Looks like the fixed wireless access 5G home internet service is indeed going to break through its ceiling. The ceiling originally set by Verizon, what I always thought was a very conservative one, looks like it's going to be easily surpassed. And Verizon might actually have to probably guide up on those numbers. Let's talk about that here in today's video. The article from Dano Light Reading, I'll provide a link for that in the description, so you guys can check out more of those details and get all the things from the article. Down there in the description, you can also support us. Links are provided. Please do like and share this video. Subscribe if you're new here, and turn on the bell notifications icon to never miss an upload from the SMT. All right, folks, so what is the business here? Is the Verizon 5G home internet going to have to bust through the ceiling? You know, is it going to do bigger things than originally planned? Well, it appears to be the case. Top Verizon executive, Mr. Sampath, who is the consumer segment CEO of the company, said that Verizon will unveil its future growth plans for the service at some point in the near future. Now, when they say near future, that could be like Q3 or Q4, right? Maybe they do something at one of those earnings conferences at that point. But for the time being, he did confirm, they're committed to 4 to 5 million fixed wireless access customers. And that includes both the consumer offer of the plans and the business offer of the plans. But he did say in a quote, "We're going to have to come back and explain where we want to grow that business longer term." So this would indicate or imply that they could potentially increase the long-term fixed wireless access subscriber target that they set in previous years, just a few years ago. So initially setting it at 4 to 5 million customers, if the company can add 3, 4, 500,000 net adds per quarter, it's pretty achievable to hit that mark by 2025, 2026. It's pretty easy. But if the service is still selling, even if it is at a slightly lower pace than it was originally, then they could probably scale this thing to maybe 6 or 7 million. I always thought personally, and you guys who have been with the, following my content here for the last couple of years, I always thought 4 to 5 million was going to be easy, and they were just kind of sandbagging it and being conservative. Well, if they guide up, they might guide up another 1 to 2 million customers, and it's probably something they can achieve in just a few years, even if the growth was to slow. So getting to 4 to 5 million customers by 2025 appears to be a slam dunk. And then with them expanding mmWave in the future, and then the C-band build being mostly finished by the end of next year, getting to probably like a 300 million, C-band pop number, they can just focus on, densifying and adding more small cells and, targeting their mmWave. They could probably also garner a pretty decent growth clip over the course of the following year or two after that. So I think adding an additional 1 to 2 million shouldn't be too difficult. But the fact that he was willing to acknowledge that they're going to re-guide at some point tells you the success that they're having with the service. And I think still, through the rest of this year and through next year, you're still going to be seeing over 1 million customers added annually this year and then through next year. And I think they probably have one more year like that in 2026 where they can add over 1 million. And then I think from that point, it starts to slow down. But they're definitely going to get past 4 to 5 million. I feel the same way about T-Mobile too. I think their original target of, I think they said 7 to 8 million, they could easily get to 9 to 10 million. Customers like these services. They like the plug and play. You send them a gateway, flat rate, don't raise prices. They're good with it, and I think that whole setup, that whole convenience factor, the pricing being more customer friendly than the explosive pricing models of cable, as long as cable doesn't change, I expect fixed wireless to continue to take. What do you guys think? Sound off in the comment section below. On the voice of the people, the SMT Nation, let your voice be heard.